Good morning, everyone. I'm Dwight Schmuck. It's June 4, 2009. This is the Schmuck Look, and I'm going to try to attach today to something called disastrous effect of safety regs on small toy makers and what this means for small farms by Break the Matrix. And I recommend that you all go watch this. It is really, really good. It's a subject I've talked about before, in fact. There's a bill wending its way through Congress. It comes up for hearings today that will have a terrible effect on small farmers, flea markets, farmers markets, those types of things, organic farmers. The paperwork involved with this is incredible. It's to make our food safer. We don't need this bill. What we really need is real enforcement of some of the laws we have. You know, like the peanut butter maker who didn't like the safety reports, so he kept hiring somebody else to write them up, and eventually found somebody who said, oh, yeah, well, we'll write whatever you want for this amount of money, and poisoned a hell of a lot of people. Now, to me, being the schmuck I am, that's, attempted homicide. You don't just find the sucker, you put his ass before a jury. Make him spend a lot of that ill-gotten money. Make the corporation spend a lot of that money. I'm telling you flat out, you do that, they'll stop doing what they do. Look what this, and really, look what Break the Matrix is talking about here and what it has done to toy makers. We passed this law last year, a couple of years ago, and a lot of small toy makers, startups, had to go out of business because of the paperwork involved. The administrative costs just got too high for a small business to sustain. This food bill that's coming up for hearings is going to do the same thing to your small farmers, the guy who grows 2 acres of garden and sells a lot of it at the farmer's market come September. It will put them out of business. Will it make your food, my food, our food any safer? No. And let's face it, this year there was how many toys on the recall list, and the manufacturers have it made here. The big manufacturers know they got it dicked, to pardon a schmuck. They really do. They put these toys out, and whatever sells, and hey, that's cool. Okay, now it's termed, one of those things you got to recall. Well, do they give you your money back? No. They give you a coupon, redeemable. Sorry, it's my first day with a new tongue. My tang is getting all tangled up here. Redeemable for merchandise. And they get to write off all the cost of the toy and the recall that originated this whole fiasco. So they really get to double dip, knowing darn well a lot of people are going to toss those coupons in the trash because the first toy they bought was trash. The same damn thing is going to happen here with our food. How many people get poisoned per year by stuff they bought at the farmer's market versus how many people get poisoned every year for stuff they bought at the supermarket? This is so a few guys in suits in New York and Chicago get to make a hell of a lot more money because, well, if you buy it fresh from a local guy at the farmer's market, they're not making any more than the seed costs. And that's wrong. Break the Matrix. You've really done a good job. Now, as a personal note, too, Nomad Republic. And I don't know if you're ever going to watch me again, and really, idiots like you, I don't care. The guy wrote something really nasty to me, and, I'll answer it publicly because, what the heck, I am a schmuck. And as I said in my letter to you, which I did send earlier, guy, maybe you ought to do a little research before you open your mouth. And maybe, well, just maybe, son of a gun, you might think of putting out a few videos too. You know, you're one of those who just, basically goes and carps about other people. And you're not doing anything yourself. And you're, on top of that, hiding behind a screen name. I'm using my real one. No, I'm not the face of this group or that group. I'm just me. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's today's Schmuck Look. Peace, everybody.